It was a seemingly normal day. I was in my dorm at Frostburg State College, and all of a sudden my brother Jim calls me and screams, "Julie, look at the front page of the Washington Post!" I do not know why he's yelling or what on earth is happening. So I venture out from my dorm and find the nearest copy of the Washington Post to see my brother David in his Marine clothing, with two others carrying a man who has clearly had part of his leg blown off and looks in pain. I was floored and my jaw dropped. I could not believe that was my brother on the right of the picture and then later in national news. Little did I know the horrific story about the picture and what happened in Beirut, Lebanon on October 23, 1983. Our family learned about the event from the Washington Post when my brother Jim called the Post saying that he knew the man in the photo. Then we received a call from my brother 3 days later when he explained the event to my parents. My brother was on a peacekeeping mission stationed in Beirut, Lebanon with his fellow Marines. On October 22, 1983, the day before the bombing, the Marines were on Condition 1, which is the highest alert status, and there was a sense that something was wrong. Sunday, October 23rd, David woke up at 6 a.m. sharp. He was in a hot room, and he knew he had a certain time frame to get morning chow, as he called it. However, he went back to sleep instead of going to the building to eat breakfast. The next thing he heard was a humongous blast at 6:22 a.m. David even says, "There are not words in the human language to describe the blast." It was the sound of a suicide bomber truck entering the building and the bomb going off. He also felt a blast of hot air going past his skin. He immediately walked outside and saw horror. In his words, Jeeps were turned over, stuff was burning, M16s looked like pretzels, there was paper, dirt, and bodies, and everything just all over. It was a sensory overload. He saw two slabs of concrete that had collapsed on top of each other with another Marine stuck between them. So David and another Marine tried to get the trapped Marine out, but they could not. A feeling of extreme helplessness became evident as there was nothing they could do to save their brother's life. The Marine trapped was a staff sergeant that died right in front of David's eyes. From David's perspective, we heard the human side of the event. We also heard the story. At 6:22 that morning, a non-Lebanese terrorist-driven truck loaded with explosives entered a road leading to the compound. The driver crashed through the barbed wire fence and then past the sentry post. The truck headed to the building with the bomb inside of it. The suicide bomber reached the entryway and detonated the explosives. The whole 4-story building came crashing down with Marines inside of it. 241 died in the rubble that day, and there was sheer destruction following the terrorist bombing. Some call this the first terror attack, and it was almost 20 years before the war on terror was even declared. After Beirut, David experienced anxiety when he heard loud blasts. It has improved with time, but every now and then I still see it in his behavior. David now lives happily in Urbana, Maryland with his wife and has 3 children. He enjoys all the family coming together for holidays and keeping everyone in touch. His children are the joys of his life, and so are his jobs. He is the president of the Chesapeake Region Safety Council, which is an organization that provides training, information, and resources to help business owners and professionals reduce accidental injury and death in the workplace. However, he has always had a passion for football, even when we were children. So it is only natural that in addition to his job, he coaches the Good Counsel freshman team at Our Lady of Good Counsel Catholic High School in Olney, Maryland. He brings the discipline of the Marine Corps to the sport of football and his players. His players know that when he barks or yells, as some say, they better get in line and start moving. Even as his sister, when he is serious and uses that tone, we all come to attention. This is the story of my brother David, and I could not be more proud to be his sister. Had my brother gone to eat that morning, he would not be here to be a father, husband, faithful man, brother to me, or uncle to my children. He would not be here to tell the story to my daughter or to my 2 sons who are going into the military. He would not be here to say with pride and in his loud, strong voice, "Semper Fi, always remember 10-23-83."